The low lunge yoga pose, probably the most overrated and dangerous yoga pose for your lower back. But with a couple of tiny tweaks, you can change this from being an awful yoga pose into one of the best stretches for your psoas you will ever do. So most people don't do the low lunge in the most optimal way, which is why so many people complain to me of lower back pain. I'll show you what people do incorrectly. Most often, especially if you're a beginner and you're unfamiliar with where your limbs go, when someone asks you to step back with the right foot, you drop the knee and then you lift up. And if your knee is directly under the hip, your thigh bone is taking the load of your body. So there's nowhere else to go. This isn't wrong. Your body needs load. But what it means is you're not really stretching anything. Look at the difference now. If I take my knee back there, feel the difference. From here, I'm resisting gravity. From there, my hip is sinking, and now I feel that really gentle stretch into my psoas. So that's the first step, is take your knee back and feel your hips sink. The second thing is people often go back and upwards and can compress the lower back, which is what I see time and time again. This is how you can transform it from being a pose that is really irritable and one that I call the worst yoga pose ever, to one of the best stretches you can ever do for your psoas. And the trick really is to point your toes away and push your shin into the ground. So look at the difference here, and look what happens when I point and drive that shin into the ground. But importantly, feel the difference. It engages your glutes and tips your pelvis this way, which is called posterior. And that protects really and supports your lower back. Drive the shin into the ground. As you do so, lift your breastbone. So imagine your shin is going down, your breastbone is going up, and then lift up. My chest is going up, reach up. Don't do this. Resist gravity. Reach, reach, reach. Oh man. Man, do I feel that. And I feel it in my hip. I know it's my psoas or my rec fem, more particularly my rec fem hip muscle. Importantly though, I feel nothing in my lower back. If you feel low lunge in your lower back, and again, so many people do, what you're doing is your knee is in the wrong place and then you're compressing your lower back. So look here what people do. They stick their bum out and they lift, and that compresses and crunches the lower back, which is why it's such an awful, dreadful pose. I love teaching it to beginners because they have a kind of a clear mind, a clean idea of how to do the pose, and they're very receptive. But when someone's done it faulty like this for so long, it's quite hard to change their habits. So if you're new, this is going to work for you massively. So what do you do again? You take the knee back. Look at the difference between this and this. Now I'm sinking. Point the toes away. Drive all 5 toes of the back foot and the shin into the ground. Look how it transforms from this to this. This is engaged. Now lift your breastbone. Don't raise your arms up just yet. Lift your breastbone. See that shape? Now reach up. My arms are being pulled up towards the ceiling, and so is my breastbone. Reach, 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 and ease off. Wow. Not exaggerating, I need that stretch. It just feels incredible. With the correct technique, you can transform the worst yoga pose ever into one of the best. And if you're a man watching this, trust me, you need to do this pose in the correct way to kind of unlock your hips, because this muscle, when it restricts, it can massively affect how you carry your body, and it does contribute to lower back pain. So free up this muscle with this low lunge, and then I hope you'll feel the difference. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more from me and my team, visit akramyoga.co.uk. We do teacher trainings for anyone who wants to fulfill their dream of teaching yoga, and we do online CPDs, which is continued education for existing yoga teachers. We do CPDs on lower back pain, the science of breathing, and even one that helps you find clarity in anatomy.